Hey guys, it's Venus, and today I am going to talk about a serious topic. This channel is usually pretty funny, but today we are going to be serial. I'm going to talk. So first of all, I want to mention why I'm making this video. So, a lot of you guys know that I am a little bit quirky, right? Is that how you spell it? Quirky? Quirky, whatever. Quirky. Okay, so a lot of you guys know that I'm a little bit quirky, and I've also being on the internet since like a decade. Some of you have witnessed some mental breakdowns and instability. So therefore, it is. Well, therefore, it's not hard to assume that people are gonna worry a little bit about my mental health, which is very considerate of you, but it has gotten to a point where people just start making crazy assumptions. So therefore I decided to clear some things up. To get straight to the point, I have ADHD, which is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and I'm going to be talking about ADHD specifically. So first of all, I'll talk about what is ADHD exactly? The difficulties that come with ADHD, how I got diagnosed and how I felt when I got diagnosed. Also, how I get treated for it, and what to do if you think you have ADHD after watching this video. Maybe you'll be like, hey, that's just like me. Then yeah, I thought about talking about that as well. Alright, let's go. So what is ADHD? As I said, it is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which means that you can't pay attention. So your attention deficit and you're hyperactive. So in other words, and what I do is I space out a lot and daydream. My mind is constantly running. I always think about something. I make weird connections in my head, and I always have to like move. For example, if there's like an escalator, I can't stand on the escalator. I have to run up the escalator. Or I just like, if there's a red light, I mean, if there's like a green light and it's about to get red, I must run in time so it doesn't get like red. Or I just like, sometimes I just like do lots of fidgety things with my like feet, like just when I'm in bed. Or what else, there's so many things. I feel weird when I don't constantly do something. People say that I'm really like spontaneous and take a lot of action, but it's really just me acting without thinking and being like, bam, let's do this, let's do that. And I just feel like sometimes I've never tried crack, but from what I've seen on TV, it's like my body produces its own cocaine or something. It's weird. Okay, so it's my first time talking about this in front of the camera. Feels so weird. Attention deficit for me means that I just space out, like when I'm listening to someone, I was just like, listening, and I'm a good listener, I think. As an introverted person, I'm a good listener, but sometimes I'm just like, whew, let's go to outer space. Like, just like drifting off somewhere, and like, maybe I'm even thinking about what the other person said, but I'm making weird connections inside my head. It's, yeah, what else? When I'm cleaning my room, I just start like remembering lots of like stuff from when this happened or that happened, so I usually have to shut out my brain with loud music, or I don't know, I just get sometimes too fixated on one thing and start to forget other things. Some other stuff is just too embarrassing to say. A simplest way to put it inside my head, it's just like a spaghetti salad. Or another thing is that, oh yeah, that's definitely a sign that I have severe ADHD, because I sometimes, like, I'm really working on this in therapy, but I just can't, oh, and with medication, not just therapy, but I can't, like, put my thoughts in order. Like, I don't know what comes first and what comes after, and because of that, it's kind of hard to, like, prioritize things. I'm better now at that, but this was very difficult for me, especially when I was younger, so I didn't understand the concept of time, or how, like, things work, like calendars, or how I'm supposed to do homework, like what comes first, or like that, and it's ridiculous anyway. But or what else? Oh yeah, and because of that, I tend to have really bad emotional outbursts, and this really applies to me, but you go re like the meme. Yeah, like, it's because I feel like one emotion, but, and then I try to, like, because I do have, like, reasoning, so I try to process it, but then but then I act without thinking, and and then I'm not sure, stuff just happens. Yeah. What else? I'm also extremely clumsy, like, I can read the air, like, I can communicate with people, but, I'm extremely clumsy, and, like, just really antsy and can't wait, so I sometimes, like, just, I guess anyone I meet probably thinks I'm a little bit funny, goofy or something. So the ADHD is not just that you can't clean your room, it's basically going okay, oh yeah, and another thing is moderation is very difficult for me. I can't moderate. Like I said, I hyperfixate on things, so if I start doing something, I can't stop. Like, which is weird because I sometimes can't make myself do something, but if I start doing something, I can't stop doing it. Which is, yeah, annoying, because sometimes it's a good thing. Like when editing videos. Yeah, it's kind of like getting into a state of flow, but when it comes to food or alcohol, then it starts to get a little bit into a dangerous territory. Sometimes I just hyperfixate on things so much that I just get way too exhausted. So why this all happens is because it's basically so my doctor said it's like your frontal lobe is not, my mental age is younger. And I was also told that it's a developmental disorder, which kind of hurt at first, because I felt like, oh no, if I'm that messed up, am I ever gonna achieve something in life? But that's not the case. Now, it all sounds like ADHD is all negative and stuff, but I just told you a little bit some a little bit what ADHD is and some of the difficulties that I deal with. It's really hard to get other conditions when you have ADHD, so that's why I was misdiagnosed a lot of times, because ADHD also causes depression and anxiety. So first I was told I have anxiety, and then depression, and then borderline disorder, and I was prescribed lots of medication that actually made me feel a lot worse. I was once even prescribed Xanax, and that was a terrible experience. One of the worst medication I've ever was prescribed. It was bad. Yeah, so I went to like 3-4 different hospitals until I finally found a good one. How did I feel when I got diagnosed? So when I finally got diagnosed, actually in primary school, that was the time I got first diagnosed. My teachers noticed, and they told my mom about it, and my mom is a little bit of a difficult person, so she picked a fight with the teachers and said, no, that can't be true. They just want to hinder my progress. And in fact, way before they told my mom that I might have some attention issues, they wanted to put me into like a class where you go through first grade and second grade, but on a much slower level than your peers. Like there's like a special class for that. But my mom refused and said no, whatever happens, she's going to the normal class at normal speed. And to be honest, if I think about it now, I wish I could have gone to the like slower speed class, because everything was so overwhelming and difficult, and I got bullied a lot. I guess that's why I kind of have low self-esteem. Sorry, I keep rambling because everything felt really difficult for me. I'm starting to ramble and droning in self-pity. I'm so sorry. When I grew up and I was 23, like 1 year ago, I finally like thought I should like change hospitals and just look until I find the right one. And when I walked into the right one, I was such a mess and like bumping into things, and coins were like falling out of my bag because I couldn't like keep them in my wallet. And then the doctor in the office, he gave me right away the paper for like the check sheet for ADHD, and like asked me several questions. He said like, you answer I don't know how many, like what was it, 36 out of 42 questions that apply to ADHD. And I was like, oh yeah, and then I remembered what happened in primary school. Yeah, so that's kind of how I got diagnosed. Maybe some of you guys can relate to that. I don't know. So how did I get treated for it? So after I had a really big moment, the hospital that I got diagnosed at sent me to a way bigger hospital and said they should take care of me. And they did take very well care of me. I was even hospitalized, and that's where I got like, and they did a very good job, because they adjusted my medication, and thanks to that, my bag is now very clean and organized, and I can, like, because my thoughts are in order, I can also keep my room clean. And I sort of like also got therapy, like, on how to manage my ADHD symptoms, on how to live a more ordered, organized life, and how to use my ADHD and bring out the positive aspects of it. And now I know some people don't like to hear that, but I in fact think that ADHD is not like a disorder, but it's more like a gift, and if you channel it correctly, then it can actually be good. Very good, in fact. So I don't hate having ADHD. I actually really content with the way I was born. I know some people think I'm goofy or weird or quirky or gosh, she's clumsy. It's kind of like, you know, but I don't really care about that, because the people who like me will like me, and that's okay. That's, yeah. I don't really think of it that big of a deal right now. Like, I was so terrified about it. I was so terrified when I was told I have ADHD, because whenever I go on the internet, all I saw was like lots of not so good stuff. But I know some of you might not agree, but I want to make some more videos on how I manage my ADHD. I have my Apple Watch on right now, so this is one of my ADHD weapons. So I have lots of little tricks up my sleeve, which I want to show everyone. And these tips are not only gonna work for people with ADHD, but also normal people who just normal people. Is that a way to say that? It sounds kind of wrong. For all kinds of people, yes. Well, trying to be politically correct. All kinds of people who struggle with time management and organization. I'm so glad I found help. Yeah, and otherwise, I take medication. I'm not sure if I should show them to you right now or in another video. I could let you have a quick look. I keep them all in this cute pouch here. Just like for morning, it has a Stratera and some mood stabilizer and anxiety stabilizer, mood stabilizer thingies. And this is Concerta, because if I'm correct, Adderall is illegal in Japan. And I know a lot of Americans always talk about Adderall, but it's illegal in Japan. And even for Concerta, you need to get a registration. Like, it's really strict here. So like I take 2 capsules of Concerta a day, which really helps. It helps tremendously. And this is risperidone. It is like, it comes in a small sachet and you kind of like drink it. It's like for like disordered thought, like when you don't really know what comes behind and what comes before, and you just go ree. So I take about 1 to 3 of these a day. Gosh, beauty vlogger turned mental health. And I have more Stratella and mood stabilizers for dinner, after dinner, and before going to sleep. So yeah, I'm being taken care of very well. Yes. And now if you saw this video and you think, well, Venus, what you said sounds very similar to me. What if I have ADHD? Well, what I would say is that you should, if you're really concerned about this, you should go to a doctor and tell them honestly that you experience like lots of difficulties in life due to the symptoms that you have, and I'm sure they'll help you out. If it's a good doctor, they know right away like mine did. But yeah, only your doctor can know. Yes. That's pretty much it. Why I made this video is because there's no reason why I made this video exactly. The reason is because I want to make more videos on how to cope with ADHD, because this is something I've been dealing with a long time. So yeah, I will soon be making videos on how I personally cope with the difficulties that come with ADHD. Yeah. Besides other silly stuff, of course. Let's not forget the silly stuff. It's not all serial here. Alright. See you soon in my next video. Bye bye. Oh, I forgot it. How could I forget? Boop. Bye bye boo. Love you.